welcome. I'm speaking to Captain Paul Watson, and I think this is deckhand Fiona McQuigg.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, thank you guys so much for being live on the Valder Beebe Show. I feel very, very excited that you guys are here.
Oh, thank you. We're excited as well.
Well, thank you so much. Captain Paul Watson, you're the star of Whale Wars. Tell us what Whale Wars are, in case anybody on the planet doesn't know.
What we do is go and intervene against illegal whaling activities, and specifically Whale Wars is addressing the operations of the Japanese whaling fleet in the Southern Ocean Whale Sanctuary. And our job is to go in there and sink the Japanese whaling fleet economically, to shut them down. And that's what we've been doing over the last few years. And I think this year we've achieved that.
Well, let me ask you, are they not being policed by their own country?
Japan actually is ignoring the regulations, and although they're condemned by the International Whaling Commission, Japan insists that what they're doing is legal. They call it scientific research whaling, even though they sell all the whale meat. And even even scientific research whaling is illegal in a sanctuary. So the problem we have is we have the laws, the rules, the regulations. We need to protect our oceans, but we don't have enforcement. There's a lack of political and economic will to do that. And so we're really filling in that vacuum where governments refuse to go.
Can I ask Fiona? Fiona, you're a female deckhand. Is this something unique that we're seeing, or what? Tell me.
Well, I originally had 8 years in commercial property, so being a deckhand the first year was a whole new learning experience, using power tools and getting down and dirty. But, just going down there and being part of Paul's crew is such an amazing privilege. Everyone on the ships is a volunteer. It's quite hard to get on the boat, so everyone there has the most amazing passion for saving not only ocean wildlife, but the environment of the world. So it's an incredible experience. It's definitely dangerous, but everyone is actually willing to put their life on the line because they see the bigger picture, and that is the urgent need to save the oceans.
Where does your passion come from for doing this? If everyone's on there a volunteer, where does this passion come from? Give up this portion of your life to do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's been ingrained in me since I was very small. So I just love everything that is wild. So the human population is getting up there in the billions now, and possibly going to get to 12 billion. And it's really important that we do save the few species that we do have left. The fact that Japan has 1.6% of the population and is coming down and taking the few left endangered whales that belong to the world is just the most ridiculous situation. And thanks to Animal Planet, it's really bringing this issue to light and making the world realise that we've just got to stop the illegal slaughter of wildlife, particularly in our oceans.
Well, Captain Watson, I'd like to ask you, you've got all kind of labels on your show, like activists and heroes and even environmentalists. But this current season, what's different about it?
This season, what is different about it is that we actually are able to drive the Japanese fleet out of the Southern Ocean. They only took 15% of their quota. We saved 800 whales. And I don't think they're going to come back. I think we've actually won this round and that we've driven them out permanently. We'll be ready if they return, but I think that's pretty much the end of it. And so this is what we've been trying to achieve all these years, and I think we've done that.
Is the whaling done like in a certain part of the ocean or just all of the ocean out of there? So do you guys just police a certain part of all of the ocean?
The area is called the Southern Ocean Whale Sanctuary. It's an area where the whales should be protected. So that's why it's illegal. They should not be killing whales in a whale sanctuary. But, of course, commercial whaling is outlawed everywhere in the world. So this summer, for instance, we'll be fighting the Faroese. It's an island between Scotland and Iceland where they kill about a couple thousand pilot whales every year. They do that for sport. It's not even for a commercial value. But so we're trying to stamp out whaling everywhere we can, Iceland, Norway, or Japan.
How do you blend doing your job with making good TV? Where does life imitate art and art imitate life come together?
I think that's the job for the network, for Animal Planet. They make the TV. We just do our job, and they just cover it.
Okay, so they're actually covering what's actually taking place. Mm-hmm. There is no staging?
They have a crew on board. They have no control over our strategies and tactics, and we have no control over their editing. So it's a good partnership, and they're really bringing to the television screen what we're actually doing down there.
I'd like to ask Fiona, as being this deckhand on this having this momentous opportunity, what is the biggest thing that you've learned that you didn't know?
Just being with Paul the whole time is you're just learning every day, and that is really the importance of saving the oceans. We get a huge amount of our oxygen from the oceans, up to 70 to 80%. And if the oceans die, we will die as well. World fisheries are expected to collapse by 2048. The overfishing in the oceans is absolutely a tremendously huge problem. Whales is just one of the issues, and if we can't save the most popular wild animal in the world, what hope do we have in convincing people to save the smaller species in the ocean? But it's all one interconnected system, and we just can't wait for governments to talk any longer and new laws to be put in place, because they're there already, the laws, and they just need to be enforced and policed, and that's what Sea Shepherd's role is.
Great explanation. Captain Watson, I'll wrap up with you. You are a captain of a ship that's doing dangerous work, but are you also an environmentalist, or they're just converging together? They're just one thing that you're doing.
Well, I've been doing conservation work all my life, ever since I was 11 years old when I started rescuing beavers from trappers. And then I became a co-founder of the Greenpeace Foundation. That was when I was 18. I was the youngest co-founding member of Greenpeace, and then in 1977 I left Greenpeace to set up Sea Shepherd because I wanted an interventionist organization, not a protest organization, and that's what we've become. So I've been doing this with Sea Shepherd for about 35 years now. So I'm a career conservationist, and specifically a marine wildlife conservationist.
Tell us where can we find out more information on the show and how to see it and when to watch it?
You can go to Sea Shepherd's website or Whale Wars website, Animal Planet website, and all that information will be there.
Well, thank you guys for giving us a look into Whale Wars. The upcoming season, when you do your new season, are we going to see anything startling new, something like that?
I think what you're going to see is that this is our most successful season yet, and I think we actually win this. And we save 800 whales, and it does get quite dramatic at times because as they get more desperate, they get more aggressive.
I thank you guys so much for giving us this view into saving the planet. And I like what Fiona said. The ocean it's like blood. It gives us what's going on our planet, and there has to be a better way to live in harmony. So I want to thank you guys both for joining me today on the Valder Beebe Show.
Oh, thank you, Valder. Great to talk to you.
Thank you
very much. Good luck with you.